Hello, my name is Jack Garthwaite, and today I'm going to be discussing our database project. My teammates, William Sarr and Dean Brousseau, and I decided that we are going to make a Wix website using their Corvid database to create a website that allows you to quickly and easily share recipes online. We decided to use Wix for this because we thought for people that would be interested in this, it would be the most user-friendly way. So to get started, we're going to go to the recipes tab. You'll see that there's a couple recipes already in our database, but let's say I'm in the mood for an omelet recipe. I can look this up and there are no results. No one's ever posted an omelet recipe. So I can go to share your recipe and make one. We name it omelet. Serving size will be 1. And depending on what you want on the omelet, we'll guess that it'll be about 270 calories. Now here's the database for our ingredients. You'll see that these ingredients, this database is comprised of the ingredients in the recipes on the previous page. So you can go through. If you're making an omelet, you're probably going to want some eggs, maybe some butter, bacon, and if you don't feel like scrolling all the way down to find mushrooms, you can just go to this text box and type mushroom. Once you do that, you can click it and it'll be added to your ingredient list. Now, if there's an ingredient that is not on this list that you would like to add, you just have to press this little pencil and you can add something like ketchup. Maybe it's 20 calories, and if you think that there is a good substitute that people would like, feel free to include it as well. You're going to click add ingredient, and it's put into the ingredient list. It's also then put into this database as well. So people that want to use ketchup in their own recipes won't have to add it themselves. Once someone adds it, it's in the database. So we're going to press submit, and our recipe has been shared. We can go to our recipes, and you'll see the omelet I just created. You'll have a couple options. You can go and view the recipe page, where you will see the ingredients, calories, substitutes, and a rating system. This is one of our aggregate queries because people can visit the page, rate the recipe, and it will give you the average on what people think about it. We've also included a way to favorite recipes and save them. Now, moving on back to recipes, or your recipes, you have the option to edit. It'll bring up this pop-up window. And if you want to add more ingredients like ketchup, you just click it and it'll be added. But let's say, we don't want 2 ketchups. Let's say you don't really want mushrooms in your omelet. You can just click that and it's gone. You can click Save Changes and the recipe will be updated as shown here. Going back to the recipe page, you'll see the recipe that we just created. And one interesting thing about this search box is that you can search by recipe or by ingredient. This is our join query because within our code, we have a recipes table and we have an ingredients table. And the recipe table holds an array of references that we call ingredient IDs. We need to join this with the recipe and the ingredients table using the array of references as a constraint. Then we can perform a query on that new table to return the recipes that are contain the searched ingredient. So for example, banana. You get two results, and this is also another aggregate query because it shows you the amount of results within that respective search. You can also search bread, and you'll see banana bread. You can search tomato sauce, and cheese pizza will come up. And as I said before, you can search by recipe name. For example, mac and cheese. And there it is. So finally, let's say let's say we go and edit, and let's say we add mango juice. One of our advanced features that we implemented was allergy restrictions. So if you go under your user profile and click on that, you'll see a list of items that you can choose from. For example, in this scenario, I can't have ketchup, olives, mango juice, or mustard. So going back to your recipes, when you visit that page and it contains an ingredient that is on your allergen list, it will give you this pop-up that basically lets you know that this might not be the safest thing for you to consume. Another one of our advanced features was this comment section. You're able to leave comments on recipes that people can either make suggestions or talk about whether they liked it or didn't like it, just a little discussion area for it. Finally, let's just say that this recipe was a disaster and you really didn't like it. You can just delete it. Once you do that, it's out of the database. You go back to recipes, it's not in your recipes, and it's not going to be in recipes at all either. And that's about it. Thank you.